What is up, guys? Alex here from technoclass.com, coming to you with an unscripted unboxing of the Asus Zenfone Selfie. This is a front-facing camera-centered smartphone with a 13 megapixel front camera with a dual tone flash and a 13 megapixel rear camera as well. As you can see, it has my name on it. Powered by a Snapdragon 615 Octa-Core 64-bit processor, and has a 5.5-inch Full HD display. So it's a pretty high-end phone. It's priced at 11,195 pesos, so it's a little bit lower than the Zenfone 2 itself. And as you can see, the box is still sealed. We do have a little bit of an ouchie on the box right there, but we are going to unbox this completely fresh for you guys. Now, one thing to note, we are going to change the unboxing a little bit, and we're going to move the initial impressions or the initial review of the phone to another video. This is just going to be an unboxing and OOBE, or out of box experience. We're going to put the initial review on another video to save time, because it does take this Asus phones are notorious for having at least 50 apps to update before you can get your phone in a decent enough software manner. Anyway, we're gonna unbox this right now. We'll see you guys in just a bit. All right, so we cut out the shrink wrap plastic, and now we are pulling it out of the box here, thankfully. And here is the phone itself. And this, of course, this protective plastic. We got one in white. We'll just pull it out of there, and there we go. I don't know if the battery is in there, but I'm going to press the power button right now. There we go. The battery is already in there. It could be sealed in, or it could be just already plugged in. And inside the box, we have some paperwork. Apparently, a user guide. It's a leaflet, not a booklet. All right, so inside the box we have a 5-volt 2-amp charger in a sort of a different country's plug, but I'm sure if you buy one in the Philippines, or if you buy the Philippine retail version, you're probably going to get the Philippine plug out there. All right, so lastly, inside the box, we have a micro USB cable for charging and data transfer. Now, what's missing inside the box here is a pair of earbuds or earphones. I don't know if the Zenfone Selfie actually does come with headphones, but in this box that we have that came in sealed, it doesn't seem to have it. We're going to have to confirm if the package does in fact come with some headphones. Check out that super bright white. All right, we're back, and as you can see, we're taking a look at the Asus Zenfone Selfie, and we're taking a look at that Full HD 5.5-inch display. If I can get it in focus, there we go. Full HD 5.5-inch display, protected by a new generation Gorilla Glass 4, which looks really nice. Of course, Zenfones and Asus have already been quite respectable when it comes to their displays. And as you can see, this display is just shining, even though I'm looking at it at super off angles. Anyway, on top we have a 13 megapixel, if I can get it in focus at least, 13 megapixel front-facing camera with dual tone flash. I believe on the thing on the right is actually the speaker grill, and that's pretty much it. We got probably some hidden sensors, proximity and light sensitivity sensors over here somewhere. And on the bottom we have the traditional capacitive buttons: home, back, and recents app. As you can see, I don't have any recents app. This is just immediately after booting. We have that kind of a little bit smoother than usual Zen touch over there. I don't feel my finger rubbing onto anything, which is interesting because you still get that shiny texture. Looking really nice in front, and I think, you know, now that you got a 13 megapixel camera in front here, the bezels actually look, you know, kind of better, at least when it comes to, you know, having space for that. Anyway, that's the front, looking nice. You know, it's pretty much just the same flat slab in front. When you turn it off, it's kind of like a black slab. On the left and left side, you know, there's just the you know, the delineation between the back cover and the front. And on the bottom we have a micro USB port for charging and data transfer. I'm not sure if this supports fast charging. Now, I believe Snapdragon 615 devices do have fast charging, but I can't confirm if Asus has given us that spec. Over on this right side, we do have a notch to remove the back. It's very hard to focus on it because it's pure white. On top we have a 3.5mm headphone jack, your power button that is sort of textured. Let's get that in focus if we can. And a noise cancellation microphone over there. Pretty standard for a Zenfone, of course. If you're asking where the volume buttons are, it's on the back. All right, so we're taking a look at the back here, and it's very hard to focus on it, especially if I show you in the side of the light. Here's the side of the shade. We have a speaker grill right there, a Zenfone logo right there, Asus logo, both in a sort of a dirty white color. We have a volume buttons on the back, as you can see, where your fingers lie. A 13 megapixel camera right there, dual tone flash, and I believe this is the laser autofocus module on the Asus Zenfone Selfie. Now, if you're not familiar with that, I do have an Asus Zenfone laser here with the laser autofocus module as well, and this is also a 5-inch phone, and they look kind of identical except for the front-facing camera. Let's get it on the home screen. I have already changed the home screen on my laser. It looks identical. Maybe the Selfie is a little taller, especially with the front-facing camera. Of course, the backs are a little bit identical, but of course, they do have the different-sided laser and dual-tone flashes. We're going to open this guy up, look inside, and see what's in there. All right, so underneath the cover, we have a 3000 milliamp hour removable battery, which is nice. A SIM slot over there, another SIM slot over there, SIM 2, SIM 1, and a micro SD card slot. I'm not sure if both SIMs are LTE capable, but most likely if one is only LTE capable, it must be SIM 1. So that's it behind the cover. All right, guys, so I think that's about it for the unboxing of the Asus Zenfone Selfie. It looks pretty good. I like this design. You know, I might not be a fan of the white, but it is very, very clean looking. I probably get it dirty very quickly, though. Full HD display, Snapdragon 615, and of course, that 13 megapixel front-facing camera. Now, I'm not always a big fan of selfies, but having a 13 megapixel front-facing camera should always be an awesome, awesome thing. Of course, that Snapdragon 615 and Android Lollipop should always be in there as well. So, if you're familiar with our unboxings, we usually install apps and test out games and all that in the same video. But right now, we're going to separate that video, our initial impressions or initial review, because Asus products require a billion apps to update first before it gets up to snuff. Now, if you're familiar, like for example, the Asus Zenfone laser I have here, it did over like 50 apps updates before we get it up to the working code. And I don't want to have to wait for that to happen because it takes half a day. Anyway, that's it for a unscripted unboxing of the Asus Zenfone Selfie. It's a nice design. It feels pretty much like a Zenfone with the extra 13 megapixel camera. 11,895 pesos. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Alex from technoclass.com, and I'll see you guys next time.